Hey, buenas noches, everybody. Good evening. Um, you know, I just came off of Shiz's live, and you know what? She's right. She's right. Um, I didn't want to say anything, but I'm sorry for anything that came up recently. That's all I can say. But really, you know, there's no excusing that kind of behavior, and I don't want to. I just hope that we never get to this point again. I don't want to be here anymore saying I'm sorry. So this will be the last time I do. And this will be the last time you guys ever hear about either one of the situations that I had to say I'm sorry for. I'm done with that. I really am. It sucks. It sucks to know that people had to go through anything because of me. And I don't want it anymore. So I won't do it anymore. That's all I can say. That's all I can do. And that's all I will do. So moving forward, I feel like having a panel. I don't know who's out there. I don't know who's, you know, has time to be up here with me. It'd be nice. I just want to talk to people. I just want to have an open panel to talk about things. Nothing specific. It could be specific if you want it to be. If you want it to be about anything, it's fine with me. But all I want to do is just have a conversation. It's what I'm willing and open to do. So I'm gonna drop a link, and anybody who feels like they want to come up and talk to me, whether it be people who want to talk to me about recent mistakes that I made, whether it be people who want to school me up on things, I am open to it. I'm not here to be defensive. I'm not here to give you excuses. All I want is to have a conversation. So if you're willing to have one with me, I'm gonna drop the link. I don't know how many people are willing to. I know it's for some of you it's late, and I know for some it's not. I know it's 9 p.m. where I'm at. I don't know what people got going on right now. I don't really care. I just want to talk to people. I want to just open up about things. I'm not afraid to talk about things. I know I know that sometimes things haven't been fun, but I'm trying to open up so that we can have fun again. Because you know what? Some of this stuff is silly. Some of this stuff is silly, and I get that things are being over dramatized for you know effect, and that's fine. It makes sense. But you know what? I simply like there's no need to, because I do feel bad about it, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. And I want to move forward, but at the same time, I don't want people to feel like, like I'm just like ignoring the important parts of everything, because I'm not. I'm not ignoring it. So I'm going to drop a link, and if you're willing to have any kind of conversation, whether it be about what I'm talking about or whether it be about anything you want to talk about, it's fine with me. I really, I really just want to have a conversation with people. I feel like talking to people. So here goes nothing. So there you go. I've dropped the link. Anybody who wants to come up, please come up. Um, Anybody who tries to do some craziness, I'm gonna ask you to verify yourself. If I don't know who you are already, um, I pretty much know who the people are. So again, I really just want to have an open panel. I don't care about anything that has to do with the regular stuff I cover or any of the recent drama. This is not what this is about. This is just about wanting to rediscover ourselves, reintroduce ourselves. Um, like I said, I don't. I want to just move forward. I do understand the importance of everything that's come out, and I don't wish it to make. I don't wish to make this anything more than just a panel of trying to reintroduce myself, because I am. I really think that that's important. So again, I'm open. I'm open to conversation right now. Anybody who wants to come and conversate with me is fine. I mean, I know this is a weird time for most people. At least my core audience is not the time when I normally go live. But like I said, I want to have an open panel. I want people to come and talk to me. So if you want to, like I said, I'm open to any discussion. You want to come and give me crap about the recent things that I've apologized for? I'm okay with that. I want to hear it. Give it to me. I deserve it. You don't want to? It's fine. You just want to come and have a conversation? It's fine. I'm here to have it. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to have a conversation. So I'm just waiting for anybody to hit the link and come up. Again, I'm really just open to conversation right now. I wanna reintroduce myself. I feel like things have gotten, I don't know. I can't say out of hand. It's not what I want to say. It's just things happen. I don't know. So yeah, I just want to talk to people. I want to talk to anybody who's out there who's willing to have a conversation. I'm willing to have a conversation. I'm here. I'm open to it. You know, I don't know who is. I I don't. I don't know, man. Like it's been it's been rough. It's been rough, and nobody should feel sorry for me. Really, nobody shouldn't. But I would be lying if I said that things have been cool. They haven't. I want to. I really just want to find that good place. I really want to find that good place, and I'm hoping that I can get that guidance. Honestly, things feel so weird. So, like I said, anybody who's willing to have a conversation, the link is there. If you want to have it, I'm not afraid of having the conversation. If you want to have it, Hmm. I don't want to. I mean, we could sit here and talk about things that are coming up. Like I said, I do have something coming up on Will. Um, I'll be doing that tomorrow. I think. Um, as far as Kaiser goes, I like like he's being covered. What else can I say about the dude? He's a murder burglar. What else? You know, he's a piece of shit. I mean, of course, you got people like K-pop running streams on me and shit, but his time is coming. I really need to move past all the fucking stupid decisions that I made. That's what I'm doing. I'm really trying to get past that. I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy for some of you to come along for the ride like this. Some of you who don't want to be here, but I'm here. I'm here to take it. You know, I'm here to hear what you guys have to say. Uh, Again, I want to have an open panel. Anybody who wants to talk to me, the link's there. The link's there if you want it. Don't be afraid to click it. I'm waiting for people. Again, I'm here to have an open conversation. I'm not here to make excuses or for people to just hear me whine about things. I want to hear it. I'm here. I'm not afraid of the conversation. Again, I've apologized several times for things that I've done. I have. I don't know what else I could do. I get that some people are not going to believe that they're meaningful, but I just want to know what else I can do. I'm not I'm not here, you know, trying to make some sort of deceitful thing for anybody to like fall under. I want people to trust me. I know things came out that seem certain ways, but I can guarantee you those things aren't exactly as they once were, or what people thought they were. I've said that. I've shown that. I do feel bad about things that have come out. I wish they never did, but they did, and I'm responsible for them. Like I said, I'm not here to run away from that. I want to move forward. I'm leaving this panel open so that people can come and tell me anything they want. It's open. I got the link there. You got a chance to say something. Say something. Come up. Don't be afraid. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I'm here now. I don't know what stage this is in, remorse or feeling bad or whatever. I just know that I'm willing to accept it now in a very visceral way if it needs to be. I want to pay. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting on anybody to jump on. The link is there. The link is there for anybody to hit. I'm not inebriated or in any kind of way. My mind is, you know, nobody can say that I'm drunk or messed up or anything like that. I'm sober as hell. But I'm here to have a conversation with anybody. I'm here to have an open conversation with anybody that's willing to have it. Now, if that's what you need, if that's what you was that if that's what anybody needs right now, if they need to yell at me, if they need to scream, jump up and down, I want to hear it. I need to. Don't be. Don't be scared. Just hit the link. Don't be a porn bomber. Just go ahead. Hit it. Hit the link. I that's you're obviously foreign, I'm guessing. Don't be afraid. Hit the link. Anybody else? Anybody else want to hit the link? Just hit the link. Come on. This I want this to be an open panel. I could care less how many people are in the chat. I want all the people to be on the panel. That's what I care about. Well, I mean, as long as you can speak English, because that's all I can speak. I mean, I can speak Spanish, but I doubt that you can speak Spanish. I mean, just come on, just hit the link. It's there. Just hit it. As long as you're not a porn bomber, I don't care. Come on up. Anybody. Anybody who wants to come up. Anybody who wants to start a conversation, come up. Come on. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm just a person, just like you're a person. You want to talk? We can talk. We can talk about anything. No, I don't doubt that. I just don't. I'm not. Well, okay, very good. Puedes hablar español. Está bien. Well, then hit the link, buddy. Don't be afraid. Come on, come up. Come up. Let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. I'm okay with that. So, I do. This is an open invitation for anybody. Please, come on up. Don't be afraid. No tengas miedo. There's nothing to be fear. There's nothing to be scared of. There's nothing to fear. Look, at most, I'll tell you right now. At most, you got 7 people watching, and by the time you get up here, there's only going to be 6 because you're part of the 7. So don't worry, don't worry. It's not that many people, and even then, I don't even know if they're paying attention. Sometimes people just pass on by. Doesn't mean that there's actually 7 people watching. There might be only 2 for all I know. So just go ahead and hit the link. I'd love to have a conversation with somebody. I need to. So go ahead. Don't be afraid. Yeah, this is what this is about. It's just an open panel. It's just an open panel. Anybody who wants to talk to me can come up and talk to me. You want to talk to me about recent events? Let's talk about recent events. If you want to talk to me about stuff that's happened, let's talk about stuff that's happened. I'm not afraid of the conversation. I'm here. So, again, just waiting for anybody to hit the link. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be scared of. This is just people talking. You want to talk? Come up and talk. Go up and say your piece. I want to hear it. I want to hear your piece. I want to hear what you're thinking. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting on anybody. Anybody to show up. You guys want? Who wants to talk? Who's feeling like conversating? Come on. Let's go. I'm thinking somebody hit the link, but I haven't received anything. If you're if you've never used StreamYards, um, it's gonna ask you if you want to sign in with your YouTube. I would sign in with my YouTube, and don't worry, you don't have to come on your camera. You can turn off your camera. But I ask if you do turn off your camera, that you at least let me verify you before you come up like that. I don't get any porn bomb situation. So yeah, take your time, come up. I'm here. The link is there. Don't be afraid. I'm just a regular person, just a regular dude. I've I guess I'm not perfect. I don't guess I am. I know I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. And so yeah, I'm here. I'm just waiting for anybody who wants to join. I really just want to have a conversation. Again, I'm here just to have a conversation. I want to talk to people. I want to reintroduce myself, and I really hope that you know I could start something different, not new, just different. I don't know. I just don't. I'm here. I want the conversation. I just really want to talk to people. I want to talk to someone. It's lonely. I don't know how many of you ever felt that. I feel that. I feel that. So just waiting. Just waiting on anybody. This is an open panel. This is exactly what it is. It's an open panel. I titled it. I titled it forward because that's where I'm going. I don't hate anybody. I really don't. It costs too much. I really just want to move forward. So I want to have a new conversation. I want to talk to people. I'm here to talk to people. You want to talk? If you want to start a conversation, let's start a conversation. Just hit the link and let's start. Let's start talking. Let's open up a conversation because that's what I feel like doing. I really feel like doing that. I mean, I don't know how many of you are into things that are happening around. I mean, I know maybe there's some right there that have the history of things that have happened. Again, you cover Kaiser a million times. Who's that? Is that you? Sure. I mean, look, I'm here. I'm here for the conversation. I'm anybody who wants to talk to me. The link is there. The link is there. Yeah, it is. It is. This is not your normal. I didn't plan this stream. I didn't. All right, buddy. See you later. I didn't plan it. I didn't plan it. I didn't plan on doing it. I just the only thing that I wanted to do was have an open panel to have a conversation about anything. Again, I'm in a very regretful, remorseful, state. I've been this way. I I I, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to make things, right. So I'm uh, I'm open to suggestions. Um, and I'm open to hear. You know, I'm open to hear about things. I'm open to hear about my crap. I'm open. I'm open for people to tell me what's what. You know. So I'm up. I have this open panel, and I really do want people to come up. I'm not afraid of the conversation. I'm not afraid of people coming up and telling me what's what. You know, I need to hear it. I'm I've been I've been you know I'm alone. It's real. I'm alone. So I want I want the conversation. I need to hear it. I need to hear what people are thinking. Um, the link is there for anybody to come up. Anybody. I really just want to have a conversation. I'm not here to talk about fucking Kaiser. You know, he's been covered. The dance stuff, I will in time. The will stuff is coming. I mean, I've already, I'm planning what I'm gonna do next with that. This today is just to conversate. It's just to hear what what people want me to hear. I'm here for the conversation. So please, if you, like I said, if you had a gripe with me, if you really want me to hear you out, I'm here for it. Hit the link. Let me know it. If you just want to talk to me, let's reintroduce ourselves. Let's have new discussions. Let's get to know each other differently. Please, by all means, I'm here for it. If you just want to be in the chat, be in the chat. Fine. But I prefer people hit the link. I'm here for the conversation. I want to talk. I see 11 of you. Like I said, don't be afraid. I'm here. I'm here for the conversation. Just hit the link. Hit that StreamYard link. Hit it. Come up. Let's talk. You need something that you need to hash out. Let's hash it out. Come on. Don't be afraid. I'm here for it. You don't see the link? If you don't see the link, I'll put the link up again. I'm waiting for anybody who wants to come up. I'm waiting for anybody. I'm here for the conversation. I'm here to talk. I'm not here to talk about Kaiser. That's like I said. That's being everybody's covering it. Everybody that if you are a part of the same people that I follow, it's being covered. I don't want to talk about Kaiser tonight. I don't want to. I don't want to rehash the same shit. He's a terrible person. Fine, and there'll be more coming on him. The dance stuff, well, that's coming. Like I said, I got Will stuff coming as well. But tonight, I just want to have a conversation. I want to talk to people. So I'm waiting for you guys, man. Come on. Don't be afraid. Hit it. Hit the StreamYard. Let's go. Come on. I want to talk to people. So I'm waiting on you guys. I know. I know. Some of y'all, want me just to sing and dance up here. But I can't without having somebody to talk to. You guys, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, I've, you know, I feel like, Finkel's life. No, Well, let tell Finko, ask Finko if he wants to come over here because I know he goes on panels. Ask him if he wants to come over here if you could, Walter. Um, I'm not asking you to do anything you don't want to, but if you can, that'd be cool. That'd be nice. Um, I'd like Finko to come up here. Um, just like Lisa did earlier. I do. I would love it if Finko would come over and talk to me. I'd love it if you did, Walter. I don't. I mean, dude, Walter. You're so like behind me, and like I hear you, man. I take. The funny thing is that like you're one of the people that like you're around a lot when I fuck up, but you're not. I don't know, man. You just strike me as somebody who is there when things are bad, but I don't know. I don't see you as bad. I don't see you as a bad person. I see you as somebody who's like I don't know. You just it's just like Lupe. Lupe, I love Lupe because she kicks me in the balls, but for some reason it's like it always just picks me up. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't see where other people would like see you guys as bad. I don't. What's up, Woodrow? It's so nice to see you, man. Thank you for showing up. This is an open panel. I'm having an open panel here. I'm having an open discussion. I don't wish to rehash, like old, things. I really just want to have new discussions. I want to reintroduce myself. I want people to get to know me to a different capacity, not at the same one that everybody's heard. And like if there's things you guys want to know, I'm here to answer them. I'm here to answer those questions. I wish somebody would join me on panel. Um, not for any other reason, but just to talk. Um, again, I really just want to. I really just want to hear everybody out. I don't want to make excuses for things. I want people to be able to talk to me and tell me what it is that they want from me, what they expect of me. Because I'm really done. I'm really done with being a person that is looked on to make the next mistake or when I'm gonna fumble. I work on it. I'm working on it so hard. I hate things that have happened. Yeah, but I'm still waiting. I really wish to have a conversation with somebody up here. Um, I don't know if I don't know if. Yeah, I get you. I get you, Woodrow. I get you, and I do. I really do. It's difficult. It's difficult in my capacity to show people that I have. You know, it's like things came out that just weren't exactly what people think they are, and I don't want to make excuses for it anymore. But I want, I don't know, man. I want to move forward. Just tired of feeling like shit. Stanley, what's up, buddy? Uh, I haven't checked my mail. I haven't checked my mail. Yeah, exactly. Fine with that. I haven't checked my mail, Stanley, for anything new on you. Um, I am having an open panel right now, so if you want to come up and just have a like a preliminary before anything, it's completely up to you. I'm keeping an open panel today for anybody who wants to come up and have any kind of discussion. This is really this is really open. Like I'm talking about like I'm not I'm willing to talk about Kaiser, although I'm not into talking about Kaiser right now. I really am not. Like, So yeah. Here he is. Here's somebody that I've been wanting to talk to. What's up, Mountain Man?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
I'm all right, bud. I'm all right. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah, I've been tuning in, and you're going through a little something, something, and
Yeah, I've been going through a whole lot.
a whole lot, huh?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I just got the edges of it, and I know it's something that is just eating away at you, and I had a friend who was in a similar situation, and I spoke to another buddy of his, and he described what my friend was trying to do as dropping your lunch out of your car while you're driving, and then trying to go back and scrape it up off the road, put it back together, and eat your lunch. You know, you dropped your lunch. You don't go back and try to scrape it up and eat it.
Right.
It's and you have apologized, you've punished yourself, you've taken insults, been gracious, taken the insults. The last perfect person got crucified. Everybody makes mistakes. It's tomorrow's going to be a beautiful day. Today is a beautiful evening. There's opportunities every day, and every moment's a blessing, even when you screw up. So, um,
Is that
if you
you?
look at that way, yeah, if you look at it that way, take a deep breath and let it out slow. That how lucky we are, how lucky we are to be here. How lucky I tell people all the time. Um, People have a list of reasons why things go wrong for them. They can they can fire it off and tell you all the bad things that happened. How many have written down in their or even in their mind, memorize the blessings, the good things. And you got to take that time. You got to take that time to think about all the wonderful things you have. You're a young man, you're physically strong, you're smart, you weren't born with some deficiency or illness that would have shortened your life to 5 or 6 years, and then you're out of here. Um, the world's out there for you.
Yeah.
So remember that saying: if you change how you look at things, things change the way they look. Now, you know me. I have a habit of going on and on. So I'll give you a
Right.
minute, and I have a little bit of a stress to my voice. That's why I haven't been doing my live streams.
I see.
Um, yeah. So, but I can go for a little bit, especially to help someone who is a good person, and I consider a friend far away. Um, you know, uh, when you get older, and I look back at the things I've done in my life, and things, I wouldn't want to uh, darken my own door with. I
I
put it
see.
behind me, okay, and I
I
move forward.
Yeah, I'm really trying to do that. The thing is like like I don't like I guess where I'm having a lot of trouble with this is that like I in real life, like when you do something in real life, it's like and you're willing to admit it because you made a mistake and say it was 1 to 1, right? And like
Yeah.
there's one person that you deal with and there's one person that you have to acknowledge for that wrong. Here I feel like there's such a degree of people, or there's such a like like there's I just like like when I go into a new chat, or when there's somebody else that pops up to talk about it, it's like it's rehashed, and I don't know, like like I feel like it's never enough. It's never enough to be like well, like I said I'm sorry here and I said I'm sorry there, and I don't want to make it feel like disingenuous, because I really am, like like when when I talk about it, I feel very remorseful about these things. Like like and I want people to understand that it's like I do, like I do acknowledge that somebody was hurt. I do acknowledge that I have to change, and I do acknowledge that I want to, and that's where this feeling of it doesn't end, like doesn't end. It just doesn't, because it feels like every time I pop into somewhere, or I'm watching something, or I'm hearing something, somebody's talking about it, and if I feel like it's not gonna finish, like someone's not gonna stop talking about it.
Well, you just you had the
Okay,
power.
Stanley, we can let the mountain man get the last point on this, and then we'll move on. Okay, you were talking about Daryl Brooks. We'll bring that up right now.
Okay, Stanley. We'll talk about
I
something
think Stanley's
interesting.
done with this stuff. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm done with it. But I don't. I just don't want
Now,
to see
listen to me
reality.
now. Listen to me now. The power to ignore is a tremendous power. Okay? The power to ignore. Like the old saying, if a tree falls in a forest, ain't nobody around to hear it. Did it make a sound, really?
Right.
You know, if people are sniping at you, chats, just ignore it. Don't acknowledge them. And they'll be like a dog turd. They'll dry up, turn gray, and blow away. And if all they've got to do is keep harping about that situation, they whatever the details are, they don't want to let it go. They got problems in their life,
I
and
see.
don't make it your problem.
I see. I see what you're saying.
The
Good.
power to ignore.
All right. Well, let's flex that power. And Stanley wanted to talk about Daryl Brooks. I don't know. Has Daryl Brooks come out in the news lately?
What are we going to talk about?
Daryl Brooks? You remember Daryl Brooks?
Oh yeah, Daryl Brooks. Well, Stanley, what do you think about Daryl Brooks? Did Stanley bring up Daryl Brooks?
Well,
Because I'll
he
tell you what
did,
I
but
think
I
about him.
wonder why. Did something new
He
happen in
was
the
back in
news?
court.
He was back in court.
Yeah, he was in a wheelchair and acting kind of pitiful, and just pled out to something. And he didn't have his spark, that spark he had. And I really shouldn't laugh about his behavior, because what he did, of course,
It
we all know was awful, and running over people, and um,
Yeah,
but
you want to talk about somebody who should be remorseful? Jesus,
huh? Oh
you want
yeah,
to talk about somebody who should be
he's
remorseful?
not remorseful,
Yeah,
and he rationalizes, and um, it was his moment in the sun, and now the reality, I believe, has crashed in on him, that he's going to spend a significant time of decades in jail, and uh, he's just dealing with it. I mean, he'll never. People like him will never admit he did wrong.
Well, I can't. That's obviously you have to be a very callous and unconscious person to run over so many people and then just act like it never happened. That's crazy. Like
Well, sit there and go. Did you check on Ford Motor Company's records about how these brakes are?
oh my god.
That's what he did. He wanted to bring
Wow.
about defects in Ford brakes when everybody saw the video and know he was fighting with his old lady and just did what he did.
Yeah,
Um,
that's just amazing that it's amazing that he could just go out and hurt people the way he did and then just like pretend like like, oh no, this is definitely not my fault. This is definitely
well,
something that it's sickening. It really is. It really is. Like I remember seeing that trial, feeling horrible for the people that went through that.
well, it was. Uh, People say it was reckless disregard for human life. It was this. It was that. No, it was plain old. And I go watch the word. YouTube doesn't like using this word, so I'll say red rum. It's
Right.
backwards.
Right.
That's what it was. Red rum. I'm old school. I'm an old man. Okay,
No, I'm with you.
and I
I'm with you.
believe in quick trials. Where's the benefit?
Yeah, the
Okay,
judge
of
is
having this
great.
person around and taking the food out of our mouths and the gas out of our cars. And that's talking about financially to house him, to entertain his nonsense in the courtroom, and breathe our air. And hey, you know, I'm sorry. Got to live with the consequences of your actions.
Well, that was and I like it's difficult when you see that case play out because you say to yourself like why can't this guy just be hung? Why can't we just get the pitchforks out? This is the perfect example of somebody that deserves that. But this is a perfect example of what like our justice system, although not perfect, and I always say that because no system in human like of course we're all human, we're all going to make mistakes. It's not going to be perfect, but this is why our system works, as far
Yeah,
as like giving everybody the right chance to like
a
to
fair trial.
a fair trial. Yeah, exactly. And
Well, see, what I want to point out is probably the greatest example of judicial patience in modern history was the Nuremberg trials. You had people up there guilty of historic, heinous crimes against hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people, and they still got a day in court. They still got defense attorneys. They were still fed 3 meals a day, given their human dignity. 1,600 calories a day, by the way. That's Geneva Conventions. And when their
oof.
sentences were carried out, um, they were able to say their last words. Uh, you know, we didn't drag them out in the streets and not let them defend themselves. We have to have a system that gives people an opportunity. But when there's no doubt about certain things, certain types of crimes that this person did it, then I think the ultimate penalty is justified for society to protect itself and to discourage future actions like that. And
I don't
some
know.
people have
you
such a
know
miserable life, they'd rather be in jail and be famous like Daryl Brooks than
Right,
continue with
and
their
that's
life.
a that's actually a good point to bring up because I don't know if the ultimate penalty is, the death penalty. I'm not sure if that's the ultimate penalty because I guess for some people it's a way out. Like it's a way to
Well,
say,
yeah,
like, and
yeah,
and
suicide by cop and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't. It's such, I guess it's that thing. There are people out there who want to watch the world burn. You know what I mean? And no matter how much, like we try to add civil societies, standard to it, there's no civility to these people. Like they're gonna do their chaos, and that chaos is just a part of our humanity, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be outliers. There's always going to be people that uh, are nuts and evil. That that's just it.
Yeah.
And you know, even Adam didn't punish Cain for unaliving Abel. So it's a lot of moral questions, but that to be answered. But um, I am I thinking the way I'm thinking about Darrell Brooks because I want vengeance? That's wrong. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. It's not my for me to have vengeance. Or I think if you let people carry on, uh, communicate, be a star, have all this limelight, uh, that's a reward
I see.
for some people because
Yeah.
otherwise they'd just be sitting in their mother's basement eating Cheetos and hating the world.
Here we go with the
But they can,
motivation and stuff.
yeah, they have a star complex. Excuse me. They want to be stars.
Yeah. I think
And
I,
if
I, I
the
think it's funny that whenever we want to degrade, somebody who's like, uh, one of these people wants to be like social media, like like social media celebrity. We always go to the kid who lives in their mom's basement.
yeah, well, that's
It's
because it's
perpetually that guy that lives in the mom's basement, right?
yeah, there's an ocean of them out there, and they're
Right.
like 40 years old.
Hey. Let's not talk about 40-year-olds.
No, well, you're you're not you're not in your mom's basement.
No, definitely not. Definitely
So,
not.
but does anybody in the chats think that anything that Darrell Brooks did while he was in court had any redeeming quality for society?
Jeez, no. I think there was even something that was even more disgusting to me, and I think it's kind of telling to his personality was when his mother. Or I'm not sure if it was his mother or his grandmother went on the stand. Oh God, that was. Oh my God, I thought that was probably one of the most disturbing things I had ever seen. But it did tell a lot about his personality.
Well, let me
Oh,
tell you about.
oh, well, that's right, Mirrors. You're in Australia, so you don't know about this.
Oh my
This was a
gosh.
big case. This was a very big case here. A dude, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Wisconsin, right? Uh,
Yeah.
this guy, he has a fight with his baby mama. All right, baby mama drama. He has a fight with her. He domestically abuses her, and he jumps in his mom's vehicle, his mom's SUV, and goes to the local parade that's happening down the street and decides to run over a bunch of people, like kids and grandmas and all kinds of stuff, man. So it was a
Dozens.
very big story, and famously he put up a sovereign citizen defense that gave a lot of light to that movement.
Well, that yeah, the one good light. It wasn't a good light.
It wasn't a good light.
But
But yeah,
I don't know how many died. I know he ran over dozens, and
yeah,
grandmothers and little kids, and Name it. It was a parade. People
It
were
was a
sitting there
parade, huh?
watching the parade, and he just came driving through in a full size SUV. People were like they're bouncing off his front bumper like what's the name of that game everybody plays? Grand Theft Auto.
Yep. It's exactly like that. Like with no regard. Like if he was going over NPCs.
Yeah, broken legs. People lost their lives. Crippled for life. Dozens.
Oh, did you? That's
Oh,
terrible.
Australia.
I
Australia has no death penalty.
they don't. Wow. Is that true, Mirrors? You guys don't have a death penalty?
They don't have any GUNs either.
But I know that they have a they're like England. They don't have guns, right? They don't allow guns or
Well, they're under the crown. They're under the crown like Canada. I love my people from Australia. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking reality. And New Zealand, I
yes.
got a friend over in New Zealand that's a YouTuber. I've got people from Australia watch my show and stuff. People from Canada. Canada's under the crown. Australia, New Zealand. Uh, that's why they call it United Kingdom, right?
Really? So Australia's still under the crown then?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
Uh,
wow.
Correct me, mirrors, if I'm off base in any way. I don't know the exact uh, Australia news.
Well,
James
thank you for that. He put up the link
Gargoyle.
on his situation. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Bork Street massacre. Okay. You weren't listening, mirrors. I can't say it all over again. I'm having trouble with my voice. I was talking about you all being under the crown, right? His Majesty's crown. And I really like my Aussie friends.
I like the Aussies too. I have a nice following of Aussies that you know all of them. What amazes me about all of them is they are so individual. They're so individual. Like they 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 walk in their own path. They do their own thing. Like, but you know they come together. They come together. But it's like they're so individual. I love it. I love it about the Aussies. That's one
Yeah,
thing that I love about every single Aussie following that I have because it's like they're never the same type of person, and they're all fun in their own way.
yeah. Well, there you see, Mirror said yes. They're under the crown, and New Zealand is too. They call New Zealanders Kiwis.
The
Ki,
Kiwis.
Kiwi. Yeah. And if you
I
look at
think
it,
the last time I
if,
heard of a Kiwi was this one guy. Gosh, it was such a long time ago, but I do remember. I do remember.
yeah,
Yes,
if you
yes,
look,
mirrors. I see you guys as individuals because I don't like. I never see you guys having like the same type of like. I want to say opinions. You know, like you guys have different opinions, but like it's never like contentious amongst you guys. It's just you guys. That's the way you guys are. I don't know. Maybe that's the way all Aussies are. I don't know. It's just the ones that follow me are so like they're so different from each other. Like, and I'm not like saying that oh there's a lot of like, but I think there's a lot of tribalism in America, and you see it in social settings. You see the tribalism in social settings, and it's easily like sniffed out when you see it with the Aussies that have followed me. I don't see that. I see each one as an individual with its own with their own personality.
well, um, I was having a discussion um, about what you're talking about, and I found it in certain situations. I used the term tribalism, and somebody said I was being the R word. You know, RACIST, right?
Yeah, I get you. I
So
hear
I
what you're
said,
saying.
oh, well, I said, well, how about I put it this way? Clannish.
Oh boy,
They're
that sounds so
pe-
much more terrible.
people, societies are clannish.
Yeah.
They get together like the Irish, the Scottish. Now, you can't really say it's the same thing, a tribe or a clan. It's like people get together in groups, you know? Am I right or wrong?
Was it Woodrow? I don't know.
Well,
I'm learning a lot about Australia right now.
huh? Oh,
Yeah, because
well,
Woodrow put out wasn't Australia started as a penal colony, and
yeah.
mirrors confirmed that.
Well, the U.S. colonies were deadbeats, were a bunch of indentured servants. Owed a bunch. Yeah, I had a friend of mine. He lived to be 97 years old,
Oh
and
my!
he was born in 1922, and his family came over here. His family, they've got graveyards in three different states. Well, his kin people in there, graves going back to the 1600s.
Whoa!
And he told me, he said, "Yeah, we were a bunch of deadbeats." I said, well, I said, "What do you mean deadbeats?" He said, "Well, you owed somebody money. You were an indentured servant till you paid it off." So, everybody's getting on some old rickety boat going to God knows where. Um, you take your deadbeat servant with you.
What? No way!
Yeah. I mean, that's how you ended up with formal slavery. They were just, a lot of Irish were indentured servants, Chinese, and every country in the world had servants and slavery going all the way before Moses.
Yikes! Well,
So
that's the history of the world, right? I mean,
yeah, what's going on in Libya right now? You can go down there and buy yourself a human if you want to.
wow. That
It ain't just
that
Libya.
should
There's
that should
there's
not be. That shouldn't be.
dozens of countries have slavery right now.
Wow. I mean, could you rattle off a couple of them? You said Libya.
Libya
Who
is
else?
one. Uh, Saudi Arabia. Oh shoot. Go to some African countries.
Oh wow.
Yeah, well, Libya is northern Africa.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you. I'm just
Middle
shocked.
Eastern and northern countries have slavery, and so do some Eastern European countries. They, I was watching. You remember the show
I'm
2024?
I'm just shocked. I'm shocked that that still exists in
You remember the
places that.
show 24?
Yeah.
24 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was watching an episode of that. What was that? 15 years ago?
Yeah. I'm more
More than
probably.
that? 20? I forget. It was seven seasons. But I was
It, it,
watching
it,
one.
I was.
Yeah, I was watching one show, and they got this guy who was an arms dealer, and they had to get his codes to stop a bomb, nuclear bomb from going off, right? And so they catch the guy in a apartment building, and he's got a young girl with him, and the guy's negotiating. They're going to pump him full of painful drugs to make him tell the codes and do all this stuff. And he said, I'll cut a deal with you. I'll tell you the codes if you let me go and let me take this girl with me. And the girl was like, please don't let him take me. But anyway, Kiefer Sutherland took his buddy aside and said, well, she's from the Ukraine. He said the biggest human trafficking is out of the Ukraine. And he
Wow.
said that 20 years ago. I'm going to take a screenshot with my recorder in my phone and play it on one of my videos. But I
Wow.
won't tell you what happened. Uh, but anyway, you guys got to watch 24 hours.
Well, I don't remember the last time. I think the last season I saw of 24 probably was maybe like the second season. I can't even say that I watched the whole thing because I think I saw the first season. I thought it was intriguing having a show based on 24 hours, like it was kind of interesting. uh I think I wanted to see the second season, but I can't say that I did. And again, I was, I think, just out of high school when that show started. I think I was just like just coming out of high school, so maybe it wasn't as I wasn't so well, like, I didn't understand a lot of things that were happening in it. So maybe that's why I didn't have much interest in it. But yeah, I do remember that show. I might go back and see it just to see,
Yeah,
just like the geopolitical stuff, to see if it made sense now.
yeah.
That's pretty interesting.
You can get whole seasons on eBay, you know, and just sit there and binge watch.
I
It's
wasn't expecting eBay.
it's yeah. Yeah, I bought them season one, season two, season three. Bought them off of eBay,
Wow.
and
Like
so
you bought the DVD discs like off of eBay.
yeah, Ukraine is bad for human trafficking, which is the same as slavery. It's
Yeah.
just another word for it.
Well, I mean, when you hear human trafficking now, you equate it with sex
Ki-
slaves, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
what you equate it to? I mean,
Well,
a slave a
that's
slave
what
is a
this
slave
guy
is a
in
slave.
24, that's what this guy in 24 was doing with that girl.
Right. But yeah, but a slave is a slave is a slave. So it doesn't matter if it's like for sex or for whatever reason, right? A sex slave
Right.
is still a slave. So yeah, I guess you're right in that sense, because it's
Well, how
like,
many times you hear somebody at a job they don't like saying they're getting the F word?
right. That makes sense. That makes sense. But yeah, but yeah, we can't be hyperbolic with that kind of that kind of language. Yeah. But yeah, no, yeah, I understand that, like, like, it's crazy though. It's crazy that that stuff still exists, and then it's crazy that people still, do that kind of stuff. I guess I don't know, man. You wish this stuff could be abolished. You wish this stuff could just end. Um, but I think there's, as long as there's people who are willing to buy, right? As long as there's a
Well, let me tell you something. Moses, what started everything? Let my people go. The Jewish people were enslaved. What are we talking, 4 or 5 thousand years ago? Then
Okay.
you fast forward to Star Wars Episode 5 or 6. Qui Gon Jinn is testing Anakin's blood to see how many midichlorians he's got. Remember that?
Yeah.
And he says, Anakin says, "Are you going to free my mom too?" And what does Qui Gon Jinn say? Well, I'm a Jedi, but we didn't come here to free slaves. So there you go, from Moses to Obi Wan.
Well, look, I'll I'll grant you I'll grant you the Moses stuff as some kind of historical fact, okay? But we're going to Star Wars as a
I'm just pointing out, you don't know what's in the outer rim.
I really don't. But that's funny though. I
But
appreciate
I'm
that.
just using.
No, I get it. I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing. It's just hilarious to me that, like, the that is one giant. Yes, that is one giant. But one small step for a Jedi. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But Star Wars is kind of like a play on our geopolitical way of looking at things, I guess. Like, if
Well,
you look at it
it's
that way, because it's just a on a grander scale, right? We're talking about planets and stuff, where like, we're talking about countries inside of a planet.
yeah. I was just being facetious. I mean, just funny, fun in you. But I mean, slavery's been around forever. Every culture's dealt with it. Every era. There was never been an era of humanity where people weren't enslaved. And Some people kind of wear it as their own personal um, victim shroud. I'm Irish, and everybody makes fun of people, the Irish drinking, and well, they're right. But a lot of them came over here and Australia too. Convicted criminals or owed a bunch of money and stuff like this. I mean, hey, think about it. In 1700s, you're sitting in a city somewhere, living your life, and they say, "Hey, you got to get on this. You see that boat? You got to go all the way across that ocean to a place you've never been." How many people you think wanted to go?
Nice. I don't think a lot of hands went up. I don't think a lot of
No,
hands went up.
no, the hands didn't go up, but the the ones that didn't go were the hands that had shackles around them,
I see. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they
You're
were
right.
white, and in the long run, they were black, and they were Irish, and they were Chinese, and you name it.
Yeah. True. True.
What mirrors will tell you how many different people populated Australia as a penal colony. I mean, there was Welsh, Scotch, the English people, I'm sure French. Did you ever watch the movie? Did you ever watch the movie? Let me think of it. Had Steve McQueen in it and Dustin Hoffman. See,
Steve
see,
McQueen. Holy
Steve
cow.
McQueen and Dustin Hoffman. Somebody in the chats will get it. What I'm talking about. What's the name of the movie? Steve McQueen, Dustin
Oh,
Hoffman.
you want to get into controversy, huh?
Um, it was called Papillon.
Ah,
Papillon. So no
Papillon.
Googling. No Googling. I'm going to ask a mountain man quiz.
Oh no.
Okay? No Googling, guys. Woodrow, Mears, whoever else is out there. Who else is out there?
I don't know. That's too.
Final Dad. What's Papillon mean?
I don't.
No Googling. If you
I
don't
don't.
know, you don't know, and I'll tell you.
I just
But
found out
anyway, it was
about
a
this
Steve
movie.
McQueen, Dustin Hoffman movie. It was about a guy who got sentenced uh, to a penal colony in French Guyana. There you go,
Woodrow says
Woodrow.
butterfly.
Bing, 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 bing. Woodrow got it.
Yay! I don't know what
Yeah,
to give you.
because he had a butterfly tattooed on his chest,
Ah,
and they called him Papillon. He's French.
okay.
So if you ever get a chance, watch the movie Papillon, and you'll see how people were treated in the 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, up until when they closed Devil's Island.
Devil's Island.
Yeah, the penal colony in French Guyana.
Ooh.
It's a true story.
Mm.
How did you all? Yeah, it's an old movie. It was in the 70s. What Dustin Hoffman was young.
Well, you said the name Steve McQueen, and I'm like, whoa. Like,
Yeah,
like it has to be an old movie, but Dustin Hoffman is a good, like, it's. I guess Dustin Hoffman was a very young actor at that time.
yeah. It was one of his first roles.
Makes sense.
And I'll tell you who else is in there. You want to talk about an old character? Um, Played a bit part. Danger, Will Robinson. The actor
Oh,
who played Will Robinson in Lost in Spaces in that movie too.
oh,
But he's grown up. He's grown up.
ah,
Yeah.
there you
There
go,
you go.
there you go.
So you can watch it on.
I'll definitely give it. I'm sure that it's somewhere out there, and I'll find it, and I'll check it
Yeah.
out. I'll give
I
it a
tell
shot.
you. See, I got a DVD deal on eBay for a. I think it was a 3-pack of movies, Steve McQueen movies. One was Bullet. Bullit. And Papillon was in there. And what was the other movie? There was a third movie. Anyway, I loaned it to a friend. You know how that is. I never saw it again.
Well, that's the way it is with the, Mountain Man. There's something about the way you talk about, like your pack of movies and stuff like that. That to me is like it's something of a throwback because, like, I have not talked about actual physical movies in a while. Like, uh even when it comes to, like, say somebody telling me like, oh, I'll let you watch this movie, right? It usually comes down to people giving me either like a thumb drive, or they'll give me like a link to their subscription service so I can see that movie or whatever.
They
And
can kiss my link.
then
I got VHS tapes. I got DVDs. I got VCRs. I got DVD players that'll run on a battery pack if the power goes out. And if my battery pack dies, I got a generator I can start up.
there you go.
And if the internet goes down, I got movies uh, from Fred Astaire to uh, name it,
That's awesome,
Arnold
but
Schwarzenegger. Huh?
that's a good thing. I think there's only one other person in my life that I know that has a good plethora, a good library of movies on DVD and VHS. That
Yeah,
if we ever saw a nuclear holocaust,
yeah,
they definitely got entertainment for the next, like, 20 years.
yeah. I had all the James Bond movies, 11 of them with Sean Connery, Roger Moore.
I'm only good with the Sean Connery up until the Pierce Brosnan. I think probably GoldenEye with Pierce Brosnan would probably be the last one that I watched. I saw the new ones, but I don't know, man. They didn't feel like.
I haven't seen any of the new ones. Screw that. I quit watching after the. Hey, if it's past 1989, it ain't a Bond movie as far as I'm concerned. I like my older shows when men were men and beautiful women were out of reach.
I see.
you know, and movies took you to a place, either got you thinking.
Yeah,
Um,
well, I did used to like the old Bond movies. That's why, kind of like, I recently had a change of, well, in one of my newer lives, I put this song that kind of reminds me of those old school movies. It's from a game, but it's a great song. It's called Snake Eater, and I really wanted to change the motif of my intro, because my intro's so, like, big and thematic right now. But, like,
yeah,
I'm hoping that I can cut out that piece to that song, because it's got that old school, like, it's a woman singing over the music, and
yeah,
it's like it's got that bondage type of feel to it,
yeah,
and I really want to make it my intro from now on.
yeah. I'm looking at Dog Day Afternoon. Yeah, French Connection. That's Gene Hackman. Jaws. Yeah,
Oh, Midnight Run, I know that movie.
Dog Day Afternoon. Escape from Alcatraz. The Deer Hunter. Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
great movies. I like the Chuck Charles Bronson movies. I had all the vigilante movies. A Dirty Dozen, Magnificent Seven.
Oh, did you see the remake of that one?
No.
No.
Who's going to beat Yul Brynner, Charles Bronson, Steve McQueen? Like Steve McQueen going on his fast machine. That's what you need for your intro.
No, man, I really like that Snake Eater song. I'm hoping that I can get it in a clip, so I can just put it in here, and I can just play it when I come on, because it's like, I don't know, it to me, it's a it's a reinvention of my channel. Like I don't know. I feel like I've taken on that moniker of like someone who goes after people who are snakes, but at the same time, it's like I'm one myself in a sense. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like a self-deprecating, but at the same time, like it's my vision of who I am right now. Like I really do feel that way. Like I feel like I feel like like I'm taking on like low level dirt, but I have to be in the dirt myself. If you get my drift.
It's your mood.
What?
It's your mood.
Yeah, it's my mood.
MOOD.
Oh, my moob. That's
Yeah,
not a that's not a play on boobs. That's something that's a word.
mood. MOOD.
Okay, you say mood. Okay, yeah, that's what I
It's your
thought you said.
mood.
Yeah, it's my mood.
It's
That's
kind of
all.
like my beard. That's a mood. I told you I went 50 years, a half a century or more of my life clean shaven. Now I got a beard halfway down to my belly button. Yeah, it should be illegal to redo classic movies. Boy, what they're doing, they ought to be slapped.
Though, did we lose you?
Who, me?
Yeah, you kind of cut off, and you
Oh,
said,
I said, you're right. It ought to be illegal making movies, remaking movies. They ought to be slapped. What they
but
do.
well, I think if you're gonna remake a movie, or if you're gonna remake you either have to like shot for shot, and find the cast that's gonna fit, shot for shot, or if you're gonna remake it with a new swing, with something that's gonna like change the outlook of that movie. I don't like ones that like that don't really like follow either the original story. They try to, but they don't really give it a good homage. They just kind of like gonna gloss over things. That's mostly what Hollywood does nowadays. They just kind of like, oh
They try
look,
to
like,
package it into
yeah.
a DEI narrative, wokey doke bullshit instead of what it was. Oh boy, I tell you what, old people like me, we'd go out and riot in the streets if they ever tried to remake Casablanca like a wokey doke.
I don't think you could.
Can I get an amen from a crowd?
I don't think you could. I don't think you could. Honestly, I think there's some movies that you just can't. You just can't do that to as much
they
as you
they
want to.
tried to remake Snow White, but they got laughed out of the universe.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. You can't do that. I mean, you're not going to see remakes of Young Frankenstein. You're not going to see remakes of those old Blazing Saddles. Exactly. You're just not going to see that. You're not going to see that. But those movies are classics. Those movies are classics. I don't care. Like they're not going to remake those movies. Those old Leslie Nielsen movies. They just can't. They can't do those movies anymore. I
Hey, I
mean,
tell you, Bill, I'll tell you, good what we were talking about earlier, slavery
hmm
and old movies. I got a good one for you. Let's see if anybody in the chats gets what I'm coming at. Stanley wants to talk about Daryl Brooks.
but Daryl, we were talking about Daryl Brooks, Stanley. Did you leave? Or we were talking about
We
Daryl
already
Brooks.
had a
We
big
we were
conversation.
talking
Where you
about
been
Daryl
on the
Brooks.
commode? Are you been on the commode, Stanley? So anyway, let's while we're trying to figure out what Stanley uh,
I'm sorry, Stanley.
been,
Stanley got me out of search.
Stanley, we've already been from Daryl Brooks to Moses to Qui Gon Jinn
You
and
should have.
everything in between.
Oh yes,
So,
sir. Yes, sir. I agree 100%. I agree
so,
100%. That's fucking
so I'm thinking of a movie. I'm talking serious now. And I tell you what, you'll see one scene, you'll think Daryl Brooks was in it.
yeah. Well, well,
Now, listen to me, people in the chats. I'm trying to give you hints about what movie I'm talking about. It's got to do with religion. It's got to do with slavery, and it's got to do with Darren Brooks. and it starred, and it starred Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston. Do y'all know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm at a loss right now. I'm still like
I'm seeing if
send me
anybody in
through for
chats
all
gets
kinds
it.
of ways right now.
Bodies flying everywhere.
No. Roots. No, I don't think.
Roots. What
Wow.
Charlton Heston wasn't in Roots.
Mirrors. What are you thinking? Omega Man. Omega. You
No,
know
well,
that.
no, he was in the Mega Man, but that doesn't have to do with slavery and religion, does it?
Oh, it's a good time. I like it.
Stanley, where have you been? Tell it. You haven't even been honest. You haven't even told us where you've been.
You know what,
Oh,
Stanley?
you were
We were talking
outside
about Daryl
smoking.
Brooks, but
Oh, okay. He did tell us.
what's
He went outside smoking.
yeah? What specifically did you want to talk about with Daryl Brooks? Because we were talking about it, and we hit all points. I mean, we talked about
They
his
brought him in the
deeds.
wheelchair.
They had him in a
He's
wheelchair.
losing
Yeah,
his hair.
yeah.
He's going bald. He
He's
pled
going to take the
guilty.
accountability. I mean, what exactly did you want to get at with Daryl Brooks? Because I'm,
I don't want to waste my breath on him.
I thought we satisfied that conversation.
I think they ought to do a lottery. Let him play the lottery. How you want to go out of here? Because Bill Barr, before he resigned as Attorney General, he got put through to authorize all kinds of ways to check out if you've been convicted of something and they're going to off you. It's, the lethal injection. You could pick a firing squad. You could pick a gallows. You could pick a gas chamber. Um, I don't know what else they got. What else
Right.
they got?
No, I don't know. They got lethal. I don't know that injection. They got the
At
needle
least four
injection.
different ways.
Right.
So I would say, Daryl, your next court date, we'll put these four or five pieces of paper in a drum and roll it around, and you get to reach inside and pick out which way you're going to go.
Oh, Price is Right style, right?
Yeah.
And you know what we can do? We'll add little X's so that every time if he picks out a little X, that's how much shorter his sentencing is gonna be to that day. So if he picks out three X's, then that day he gets to get executed. That's perfect. That I like that. I like this idea.
Well, or just put a piece of paper in there that says slap on it. And if he pulls that one out, they'll have one of those guys from slap contests, some 7 foot tall gorilla, whack him right across the side of the face and then send him back to his cell and then bring him the next day. Same thing, roll the drum, he pulls out and slap, pow.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, until he picks one that he wants to go with. But
As a matter of fact, we could even make it a segment on The Price is Right. Like, just like, and here we are with the Daryl Brooks segment.
well, we
This
could
is
do a
going back to his cell with a
fundraiser.
slap.
We could do a fundraiser off of it.
Heck yeah, I like it.
There, did we
We
talk
should.
about Daryl Brooks long enough for you,
But
Stanley? So people are, oh, Mirrors, you're on the ball, Mirrors.
well, I did want to talk about this movie.
Mirrors got it.
This is why I have it highlighted. The Ten Commandments. This is a movie that I never missed as a kid. Like
Yeah,
I
it was like,
saw.
wow.
Yeah, I love this movie. I really do.
Hey,
And
Moses.
the crazy thing is that like it never bored me. I knew every single part in it. I knew every single like scene in it. But I watched it every year
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Thanksgiving. It usually either came on a little bit right before Thanksgiving or a little bit right after Thanksgiving, but it was around that time, and I never missed it. Now I haven't seen it because I used to watch it all the time, and I stopped watching it consecutively. I think I've watched it like sparingly. Like when I watched it, like I would say 15 years in a row. then like since then I probably watched it like 6 times since. But
Okay,
gosh,
well,
I
who's
love this movie. I
who's
love
the
this
lead
fucking movie.
actor?
Uh, Charlton Heston.
Yeah. See,
Yeah,
you said it with a question mark in your voice,
because I
but
wasn't
it's
sure.
but well, I'll tell you something else. Mirrors got it right. The movie I was talking about with
No.
Charlton Heston is the other movie you have to watch. Ben Hur.
Yeah, I see that movie.
What's it about?
Cherry races.
You jumped right to the Daryl Brooks part where all the bodies are flying everywhere. See, Stanley, we're talking about it. Um, no, but the story. Now you got to go back and watch it now. The story is about a wealthy Roman, all right,
Hmm.
very well respected, living in Judea.
Oh.
Remember, Israel got separated into two territories, Judea and um, holy cow, what happened to my brain? God must not want me to talk about it. Nazareth. Nazareth.
Nazareth. Okay.
Okay, Judea and Nazareth. And the Romans controlled it all.
I see.
And uh, the character played by Charlton Heston, who also played Moses, he plays the lead role in Ben Hur. And he goes from a respected, wealthy Roman citizen in about a 4 minute period on a slave boat, rowing a slave boat in shackles.
Yeah.
So, tells you a little something about life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and it's a good movie. And you
Yeah,
know,
those movies actually like they're akin to how I feel about things. Like I they really are. Like, like and I do find my situation to be something of akin to those situations, although not in the grander scale. I feel like I'm walking tested or being tested in some kind of way. It feels that
we
way
all
anyway.
are. We all are. And let me tell you, the movies we're talking about, the movies that you like and everybody likes, a universally like, many of them come from the Bible. And my
Okay.
father told me a long time ago anything that ever happened, anything that ever will happen, is in that book. It's all about human experiences and our responses to them, lessons learned, and how life works.
Yeah,
And
we're full circle here.
keep that in your mind, and you may change the way you look at things, and things will change how they look.
Yeah.
See how things come for full circle with old man.
I see that. That's actually pretty cool. I like that. I like how we came full circle. And this has been a very productive life, believe it or not. I've actually, like gained the actual conversation that I was looking for, even though I wasn't looking for it. Like it's crazy. I'm very happy to be in this place where I want to move forward, and I'm glad that the people that are here for me. And I'm looking to continue to move forward, and the things that I want to do. And you know what, I did take the brunt of a lot of stuff recently, and I deserved it, and I owned it. I hope that people know that I'm remorseful, and I'm willing to change, because I want people to know that I want to change for the better. But like this has been
Yeah.
good, and I thank you. I thank you, Mountain Man, for joining me here for this experience.
Laughter's the
It's been
best
fun.
medicine.
Yeah, man, this has been fun, man, and I appreciate you being here. We need to do more of this. I don't know why you don't come on more often.
Well, I was there when your little baby died, right?
That
And I
that
showed
that
you my
that
picture of Sadie.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy, man, that like I think even though a lot of people may not believe it or may not think it, that was a very big moment in my life. It was very big because that little guy, believe it or not, was a big part of my life. And no, him no longer being there made made a big difference.
Well, maybe there's a reason I'm having my problems with my voice. Where I posted earlier today, I told my people that I couldn't do a live by myself because of a strain to my voice, and uh, uh, maybe because I my voice was needed elsewhere.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows? And maybe I stumbled across your picture of what I thought was my little Sadie because you needed my voice then, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
appreciate
I
that.
needed yours.
I appreciate that. I so appreciate that, man. I'm thankful.
Yeah, buddy. Well, hey, just keep looking at it the way I talk about. Every day is a bonus. Uh, with me, I'm kicking, but I'm not kicking too high, but I'm kicking. And you're young. You got a lot of good ahead of you. People bring up negative stuff that you've atoned for. You want to move on. Just ignore them and try to look for the positives. Look what everybody's bringing up. Woodrow's bringing up the movie Soylent Green. You know that was Edward G. Robinson. Woodrow was in that movie, and Edward G. Robinson almost starred with Charlton Heston in another movie that a lot of people are aware of, very famous movie that makes prediction about the future of the Earth. And what movie is that? And he turned down the part because he had to put on way too much makeup. Edward G. Robinson, and see if anybody gets who what movie I'm talking about. It star again Charlton Heston, Edward G. Robinson. You can see on YouTube where he did screen tests to play a doctor in the movie alongside Charlton Heston. What movie was it? Mountain Man quiz. No Google goggling. No
No
goggling.
goggling.
Da,
I don't know.
da,
Can't even.
da.
I don't know. I'm at a loss for that one. I have no
You got to
idea.
have a button where you can hit it or play that music for Jeopardy. Da, 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 da,
Definitely
dun,
need that.
dun, 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 dun. Let's see if anybody gets it. What
I,
Charlton Heston movie uh, is a science fiction movie about the future that Edward G. Robinson screen tested for to play the role of a doctor
Planet of the
and
Apes.
turned it down because there's too much makeup. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because he did Soylent Green instead of doing the movie with Charlton Heston. He
Woodrow
did the
McCall
movie
said Planet of
Soylent
the Apes.
Green.
Woodrow McCall
So
says Planet of the Apes.
who said that?
Woodrow
Woodrow got
McCall.
it. Planet of the Apes. That's right. He was going to play Doctor Zabaya. Is that was his name?
Dr. Zayas.
Doctor Zayas. Yeah, and
Good stuff. Hey,
there's
Woodrow.
YouTube. There's
That's what's up,
YouTube.
man.
Yeah, there's YouTube where Edward G. Robinson is actually playing the role of Doctor uh, Zayas.
That's cool, man. That wow. That's good stuff, man. Thanks for bringing that up. I had no idea. I was at a loss, and wow, that's crazy. Woodrow, how'd you know that? How'd you know that at the top of your head? You didn't Google that,
How'd
did
you
you?
know that, Woodrow? Stanley's outside smoking again.
He's smoking. No, he's like, when are they going to start talking about Daryl Brooks?
Daryl Brooks. Daryl Brooks is in jail for the rest of his rotten life.
And I hope he stays there. Uh, wow, you guys are full of these movies. Wow, this is crazy. You know what? This really puts me in a place where, like, I wanna re-watch these movies. I want to rewatch these movies and then have lives and talk about them specifically. I might do that. I might do that. You know
Hey,
what, Mountain Man? I
guess what?
invite you.
Yeah, what?
I invite you that. You know what? I'm gonna I'm gonna start off with the movie that you were talking about. I'm gonna watch Ben
Yeah,
Hur. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna
yeah,
watch it, and I'm gonna have a live review on it, and I want you to be a part of it. We're gonna go scene by scene. So if you want to see it again, and we can get together and we can talk about it, and we can talk about it scene by scene, so we can like talk about things that are different, not just in the way movies are made, but the acting and different scenes and stuff like that, because I know these movies got big, like scenes where like they're in like nice, like scenery, and they show really nice things and stuff like that. So it'd be
yeah.
really nice to recall that.
Hey, I'm going to ask one more question of the chats. Who, which movie was this line said in? Which movie? And the line goes as follows: "You're a low down Yankee liar.
Oh, that sounds like I should know it.
You're a low down Yankee liar."
Anybody? Uh,
And then I'm going to ask another question. If nobody gets it, I'll tell you. Don't goggle it.
Mirrors is not. Mirrors is not.
It's very famous, a very famous movie. Woodrow got it. What
Shame.
was the next? What was the next word said after that?
Yeah, what was the line go? You're a low down Yankee liar.
What were the next words said after that?
Hmm.
And then, oh, I'll get into it. Do you ever see this movie, Shane?
No, no. Prove it.
Alan Ladd?
He says the next line was prove it.
Prove it. Who said it? Woodrow knows. Jack
Woodrow
Palance.
knows. Woodrow knows. Woodrow gets all this. Gets all this
Woodrow, change your
information.
name to Woodrow Knows.
Well, I mean, I would expect it from somebody called Woodrow McCall. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I expected it.
Woodrow Knows.
Woodrow knows it all. Um, that-
I'm gonna change mine to Mountain Man Nose, and I'm just gonna have a picture of my nose, and I'll spell it Noze.
there you go, Jack Palance. Jack
Jack
Palance.
Palance. He
Jack
played Curly. What movie am I talking about? He played Curly.
The what? Three Stooges? No.
No, Woodrow knows. He played Curly, didn't he, Woodrow? In what movie did he play Curly? Yeah, it was Jack Wilson and Shane. But
Hmm.
what movie did he play Curly in? It was two movies.
You got Woodrow thinking. You got
Have I
Woodrow
got Woodrow thinking? I'll tell you who the star of that movie was, and then he'll get it. Oh man, I have to throw out another curveball out there.
You
Ha
said City
ha! Woodrow
Slickers.
got it. City Slickers, and the sequel was Legend of Curly's Grave or something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Curly was Jack Palance was an actor. He's 6'4".
I see.
He played the first black hat bad guy, and
Wow.
and you need to watch the movie Shane.
Okay. I'll put that in my.
Shane,
Listen, I'm doing
Shane.
this. I'm doing this. Okay. I've got the regular stuff that I'm gonna do on my channel. But this going over these old movies, I think I like it. I think I like
Hey,
it. So you know what, Mountain Man, we
yeah,
we've got to figure this out. I'm going. I like I said, I'm going to start off with Ben Hur because I think it's big enough that
Yeah.
we're gonna have a lot to talk about. So
Yeah. Let
I'm
me
gonna
let
start
me
off
give
with
you a
that. So
nickel's worth of advice.
yeah,
Have you got a Salvation Army or thrift stores around you?
yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I would have to look around.
Well, I'll tell you something. It's a fun thing to do. Get yourself a. They sell them now. They sell them brand new for like $26, $7, $28. They sell VCRs now, and they sell DVD players now. Go around to thrift shops and Salvation Armies, Goodwill, and get you some VHS tapes of movies you want to watch and DVD of movies you want to watch, and build a library for yourself. There's nothing like just like a book. A book ain't squat when it's in your phone. It's nothing. A book is something when you got it in your hand on the
Hmm.
shelf. You can pull it down, hold it, sit in bed and read it, and it is yours.
I see what you're saying.
So
Well,
have a little fun with it.
well,
It's a good hobby.
until I get to that degree with it, I'll stream them. I'll watch them like that. So for the sake of the show that I want to do. But I do appreciate that, and I will give that consideration once I'm there to be able to do that. You know.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah, buddy.
my first, like I said, my first thing, and for the people that are here and the people who have participated here, and I hope you guys are interested in this. I'm looking at you, Mirrors and Woodrow. Um, I want to do that. I'm gonna check out. I'm gonna go with Ben Hur to start off with, and I'm gonna schedule it. So check out for the schedule live, and
Well,
I will throw out the title like Ben Hur review, and if you guys want to join me, I invite you, Mountain Man, to come up and talk to me about it because I'm pretty sure you got a lot of history and knowledge about it, and
yeah.
let's we can rehash it and talk about it because
Been a
I
while since I've seen that.
yeah, and I think it's gonna be fun. I think it'll be fun to talk about it. I mean, it'll be
But
fun to talk about that movie once again. Like
see, I haven't been streaming for a while because of my voice being strained. And you could tell I'm slurring, not normal speech.
yeah, you're very I could tell your voice is very weak in
Um,
comparison to other times because you got a very powerful voice. I mean, especially your laughter when you laugh, it's up, it's strong. So yeah,
yeah.
I can tell your weakest is
Well,
not your voice is not as strong as it has been in the
yeah.
past.
Yeah, I told my people that I wasn't going to live stream, especially by myself, because I can't stress my voice out. Because then you could get into different things with um, swallowing and stuff like that. It takes a long time to straighten it out.
Right.
So,
Well, I'll have more to talk about. So I'll probably pick up the slack as far as like, who has to talk more. I'll definitely have more things to talk about. And if you want to like chime in with like historical facts or anything that I don't know
yeah,
about certain scenes, then that'll be cool. But like there's no you don't have to worry about doing any heavy lifting. Like
yeah. Well,
once I get into the subject, I'll be able to talk about it.
I could tell my people to come watch the movie with us.
Oh well, this is my thing is like watch the movie. Everybody watch the movie. I'm gonna schedule the live for the day that everybody watches it because I don't. Of course, it's gonna be difficult to try to watch it all together and us try to
Oh
like review
yeah,
it that
yeah.
way. So what I'm gonna do
Probably
is
get
that
a
like
copyright strike if we did it that
yeah.
way.
So what I'm gonna do is just like have the scheduled out and you can announce it to your audience. Like you guys watch the movie and then I'm gonna basically I'm gonna review it as scene by scene, like but without having to put the movie up. I mean, it's gonna be fresh in our minds. We're gonna be thinking about it, and it's gonna be fun to talk about.
Okay, buddy.
Hey,
Sounds good.
there's another Aussie. There's another great Aussie that I love so much. Hey,
Where?
what's up, Carte Blanche?
Where's Aussie? My chats are frozen.
Oh, Carte Blanche right here. I put up her chat. She's one of those great individual Aussies that I tell you about
Ah, okay, all right. From down under.
from down under.
My chats froze. Whoops, there we go.
So yeah. Oh, and there he went. So yeah, guys, I that look forward to that. I hope everybody who's been here can participate in that because you guys have been great. Woodrow, thank you for being here. I mean, God, dude, I mean, I can't. You've been here. You've been one of my greater supporters, and I really do care about you, man. I'm glad you're here. Out of a lot of people, like I'm glad that I see you. I see your name there. Mirrors, you too, man, dude. The shit that we've been through, man. Man, yeah, I'm glad you're here too. Carte Blanche, can't say enough about you. So I'm gonna start off those old school like movie reviews with Ben Hur. So everybody who's hearing the sound of my voice, we're gonna start off with Ben Hur. All right, that's the movie we're gonna start off with. So if you guys can watch it, you guys can find a way to stream it, watch it, however you can, and then when we meet again, or when I put up the stream for that live, we're gonna be talking about that movie. So anything that you guys want to talk about, anything interesting you guys know about the movie, you guys want to say, please, by all means, like share with us. We're gonna go scene by scene. It's gonna be kind of like a yeah. I'm gonna try to like do it scene by scene, but I'm gonna keep it to the pertinent points. And also, um, if like if Mountain Man does join me, hopefully we learn more stuff about historical facts behind it. That would be cool. Um, Again, I appreciate every single one of you guys for showing up. This has been great. I'm glad we're able to move forward, and this is what we're gonna do from now on. Okay, I'm it. I haven't. I'm not laying off of Kaiser. I just know there's a lot of stuff on him that a lot of people who are on him right now. So if there's anything new, I'm gonna of course always report it. I got a stream tomorrow with Stanley on Will, where we're gonna get together on that, and we're gonna talk about Will because he wanted to get my attention, so now he's got my attention, and we're gonna talk about some stuff that he did to Stanley. That's coming up next, and then after that, we'll do our first movie review of Ben Hur. So thank you everybody for showing up. I'll see you guys on the next one. Uh, God, you guys are the best, man. You know that? You guys. I, I really do mean that. I really do mean that. Uh, if you want to, if you hit the chat, there should be a little dollar sign right there on the side of the chat, and you can go ahead and drop a donation, whatever you want to do. There's memberships that you can give out and stuff like that. It's up to you. If you look at the chat, there'll be a little dollar sign, and you can do whatever you want there. Yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you. You guys, you guys are making it so that I keep going, and uh, I don't think that you can give that much, but do do whatever makes you happy. I'm not gonna stop you. uh, there's limits. I don't know. You could just like I said, all you got to do is push the little dollar sign button and do whatever you want to do. I mean, there's super thanks. There's all kinds of things. So no worries. I mean, it's on you. I'm not gonna tell you how much you should or shouldn't. That's your prerogative. Like how much? Like okay, sure, whatever. That's but anyways, yeah, guys. So like I said, yeah, I know. I'm playing up to it, man. Come on now, mirrors. You really come on, mirrors. You're such you mirrors. Sometimes I wonder about you, buddy. But you are my buddy, man. I do care about you a lot, man. You and Cart and Mountain Man, all you guys have been great. And so I hope you guys on the next one understand what I'm gonna do. Again, um, I'm not done. I'm not done doing Kaiser stuff, and I'm not done. Like going after people like Kfar. Kfar owes me one for like coming at me the way he did. I gotta get him back. So in time, guys. We'll be back. I appreciate all of you. So I'll see you on the next one.